Evening, folks. Well, been dealing with some pretty high intensity topics, religion, politics, and stuff like that. But today we're going to kind of take a detour on some of the more important questions, like how many raisins are actually in this, and what does 2 scoops actually mean?
Yeah.
Got my gal here to help me out. So these are clearly larger than actual size, but those are smaller. It's 2 scoops. It says 2 scoops. I'm betting these scoops are going to be actual size. What do you think?
I think we're going to be hard pressed to find 2 scoops in here.
Well, we start. But I mean, if I pause 5, maybe. How many that is? It's like a rat king with raisins.
Raisin King.
Look at that. Sugar cookies is a lot of sugar, huh?
That's kind of a sneaky way of adding more sugar to your cereal, but still touting yourself as being, we're bran flakes. We don't add sugar to our bran flakes, because they don't, but instead they just add them to the raisins so people will keep buying them.
I mean, this would be pretty rugged cereal if it was just these bran flakes, wouldn't it? It would just be bran flakes.
Well, I know that. But,
Raisin Bran.
But, it is kind of almost absurd how much sugar is in. Look at these boys.
Don't say that.
Sorry. I'll cut that part out.
We don't need to cut it out. We're just free rolling here.
That's funny.
Sometimes. But I gotta set up a contest raisin right there. There's a more scientific way to separate these out.
I think it would be hard because the bran flakes are also irregular.
Yeah, but you do it by weight, Separate the chaff from the wheat, the bran from the grapes.
Possibly. I still think this would be rough.
We're just thinking of that silly movie we just watched.
It was pretty poor theology, poorly researched.
Poorly researched. Yeah, that priest was definitely Novus Ordo, wasn't he?
It was. But, it took place, in the 70s? Or maybe even
the
60s.
80s.
No, I don't think it was.
The actual story? Or in the movie?
Well, the movie took place right before that Conjuring House, which did take place. I think that might have actually been the 70s, and the movie took place just the year before. And I don't know, I think I got more of a 70s than an 80s vibe from it.
Some of those cars are pretty cool looking, they had the radio telephones and stuff too.
So it would make sense because this was still in the New Springtime Vatican II.
Yeah, kind of a shame that's probably why they couldn't drive these damn demons out, if it had just taken place 10 years early. Well, it probably wouldn't have taken 10 years early. You see how much stuff in that Ed and Lorraine book happened in the 70s and 80s?
Ooh,
how much of that happens in the
point.
50s?
That's a very interesting point.
Unless it involved Protestants.
That's a very interesting point.
You think Taylor Marshall eats Raisin Bran? What's a good traditional Catholic breakfast?
Probably Wheaties.
Wheaties?
And egg yolks.
This is better than one of them egg white people, Egg white privilege. I don't really like the ratio that's shaping up here, do you?
Yeah, we're getting it here. I don't know. I'm gonna be curious to see how many we count, and then how many cups this actually equates to.
Springtime, huh?
Everyone knows that was a joke. Oh, here's a little hideout of them.
A little hideout. So I have a little SSPX chapel right in the brand. I mean, raisins are pretty cheap, aren't they? Like, if you were to buy a box of bran flakes and like,
I think
buy
it
your
kind
own
of depends
raisins.
on the year because grape harvest can suffer some pretty serious damage. Like it's a delicate crop, you know.
Where do they usually come from?
New York has a lot of them. California has a lot of them.
Are most of the grapes in the U.S. like domestic? You think?
That I would not know.
Oh, yeah.
I would
There's a bunch of
assume.
Chinese raisins.
I mean, I assume most of them are domestic, but I could be wrong.
There's a little decant of one there.
Separating the sheep from the goats.
I think that's pretty good for our purposes, at least, huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed actually.
My pile got a little disorganized.
Not gonna make 2 cups. Oh, we're coming for you, Mr. Sunshine. Bro, do you like remember the Mr. Men show?
90, 95. So we're calling about 300 plus or minus 5. The what show?
The Mr. Men show, and there was Little Miss Sunshine, and there was Mr. Man, and the Mr. Rude, and they were like these little so they were like these little anthropomorphic, they were anthropomorphic shapes basically, and they were like circles and ovals, and they were in different colors, and they were all defined by one personality trait, and they were the Mr. Men and the Little Misses, and it was really funny, and I just thought of that because it was a Little Miss Sunshine.
When was this show?
Mr. Happy. My mother remembers watching it, so it probably had its inception in the 80s.
So it's probably like a commentary on chronic LSD use.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, that was about 20 years after the flower power people and stuff like that, where they all burnt out from, going hard through the rest of the 60s and the 70s and stuff, and then the 80s came around, you had like the Vietnam vets going on, and then you had like the people who didn't go, who just sat around and did acid while the other people were in war, so like, you had all these people who kind of like were a little loopy.
Okay, never mind.
It's okay.
Anyways, alright. See that? 1 cup. See, Mr. Kellogg here and his buddy, this guy, promised us 2 scoops. Count them. 1, 2.
See, it says 2 scoops, but it doesn't specify what a scoop is. To me, that looks like one of those big scoops that, like, you use to feed like sheep and stuff,
Yeah.
Horses, maybe.
Yeah, look
We got
right
one
here.
cup.
Right here. 2 scoops. We got 1 cup.
2 scoops, so it's 1 cup. So what if I grab one of these smaller ones?
Do you remember there was a commercial Raisin Bran did where there was these guys talking about what was the best part of Raisin Bran? And one of the guys says, the raisins, because look, there's like 2 of them right there. And then the one guy said, I just like the sun on the box. I'll have to look it up. You would remember it. So, alright. So how many? I guess if you use quarter cups, you'd have 2.
Yeah, well, I could call that a good cup. About 300 raisins in a family-sized box. Like, I don't know how much, this is a lot of, is my measuring cup clean? Nope. So do a quick count maybe of how many cups of this stuff we think there is. Eight, nine cups maybe.
Yeah, that's bogus.
It's a 1-to-9 ratio. 300 raisins in a family-sized box. I don't know. I mean, I always thought this box, this stuff was a little more, pricey than I'd like to pay for. It's pretty much just like bran flakes and a bunch of sugary raisins. Might as well crush up a bit of fruit leather, put some craisins in there, maybe some gushers. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Bran and gusher bran.
Gusher Bran.
Yeah, there's an idea for you. I mean, this is bogus, dude. Like, I eat those raisins in one sitting. But yeah, is it worth it? I don't know. That's a lot of bran. I'd like to maybe see 2 scoops of a cup each. Maybe that'd be pretty. You'd agree, right? That'd be a little better of a ratio. Maybe that'd be like a 1-to-4.
I mean, I'm just mad because
1-to-5.
it's kind of like not following through on the promise. Like, I assume that scoop, it means some sort of unit of measurement, and I think a cup is kind of what people would assume. So it's.
That's what you have in your mind, maybe, but.
I don't know. I've just got a lot of
More
mixed
like
feelings
2 of
about
these.
that. Like, does anyone do quality control, or what if they made 2 scoops in each batch they make, and they have these big scoopers, and they say, oh, well, we won't specify. We'll just put 2 scoops on the box, and if people are stupid enough to think that means 2 scoops in the box instead of in the batch.
Which they got like a little registered trademark, a little circle with the R next to 2 scoops, so they might even say that that's not even a, like measurement of how many raisins there are.
Bro,
it's just
can we
a
look up
tagline.
the batch number on this? A lot of times you can. That's like the due date, right? Like, is that a batch code right there?
No, it's that.
Yeah, that might
perhaps,
be. Because a lot of times they have to have like what shift it was made on and what date and what batch number. Like, they even do that for like livestock feed. So they probably have it somewhere on the box, like what plant, what batch, what shift.
Yeah, you might not be able to figure that out on your own, even if you have the number though, because it's kind of like insider stuff. Maybe there.
Interesting.
Sonny is a registered trademark. Is that a guy or a gal? Sonny? Did I misgender Sonny?
Look at that guy. Look how smug he is. Look at his stupid little
He looks
face.
like Smuggly Puff, doesn't he?
He does. He looks exactly.
I didn't see 2 scoops. Oh man. Well, there's breakfast for the next couple days, I guess. I can snack on these and stuff, huh?
Yeah. Good times.
I like to take the raisins out of my Raisin Bran because I just think these raisins are they're a little too decadent, especially during Lent. I put warm salt water in my Raisin Bran. I take out the raisins. So yeah, you're not on the team if you eat the raisins in Lent. Yeah, well, I think that about wraps it up for this segment. You got anything else you want to add?
Nope.
Yep, Annabelle was a poorly thought out movie, I guess, right?
Yep.
Did you get scared watching that?
Not really.
No, I didn't really get scared. I was just more mad about the Novus Ordo theology of it all. But yeah, I'm mad about the Raisin Bran. And I'm mad about that guy on Twitter, the SSPX logo or whatever. No shortage of stuff to be mad about. But yep, that's all for now. You guys take care.